Many former presidents now spend their days playing golf or relaxing under the sun on some tropical island. But I don't think Donald Trump's end of presidency will look that luxurious. There's a real possibility of him getting convicted for a number of crimes he committed while in office. Currently, his second impeachment process is underway, and this could result in some serious consequences for Trump. Will he get convicted and spend time behind bars? Or will he be able to work his way out of this? Let's discuss this all and more only in today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's me again, Lindsay Ivan, and welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. Today I'm bringing you the video, What If Donald Trump Gets Convicted? And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to really help us out. Now, there are currently 12 investigations underway involving Donald Trump. The People vs. Donald J. Trump criminal case has been in the works for years. All they need is for one or two of the cases to be strong enough for him to face criminal charges. And now it's going to be easier since he can't rely on the title of president to save him. First off, let's take a look at everything he could get convicted for. For starters, we have tax fraud. For quite some time, Trump has managed to hide his taxes from the public, but the New York Times managed to expose what Trump and his family have been doing for years. Trump has been illegally passing money to his children tax-free. On top of that, Trump has deducted hundreds of thousands of consulting fees that have been sent to companies that the Trumps are employed by, which is illegal. Furthermore, Trump has loaned $50 million to himself, and he might have written off hush money payments as a business expense. You get it. He owes millions of dollars in income taxes, real estate debts, and other loans. Let's move on to Trump's bank and insurance fraud. Trump has forged a number of banking statements in order to receive lower premiums and interest rates on loans, which in certain circumstances is illegal. Additionally, back during the 2016 presidential campaign, Trump donated $10 million to his campaign. After that, he received $21 million from a Las Vegas hotel that he co-owns. People are thinking that this is an illegal campaign contribution. The last two areas Trump could be convicted for are bribery and negligent homicide. Some have argued that Trump will be convicted of negligent homicide for the way he handled COVID-19 and the thousands of citizens that have lost their lives as a result. And lastly, Trump has lied to investigators, committed obstruction of justice, and conspired with Russians to help him in the 2016 election. All of these crimes come with a 5-year prison sentence per offense. So right there, that's 15 years in jail. On February 9th, Trump underwent his second impeachment trial. For those of you that need a refresher, Trump was impeached back in January and was charged with incitement of insurrection. This came days after the deadly riots at Capitol Hill. This is going to be a long process, but in the end, what this will ultimately do is prevent Trump from running again in 2024. That's right, if he is convicted, he loses his power to run as president ever again, which he has teased about doing. Another thing that could happen is Trump could find his way behind bars. Although he's got money, power, and connections, there's a lot of solid evidence against him. On top of it all, Kamala Harris stated back in 2019 that if she got into office, then the Justice Department would have no choice and that they should prosecute Trump after his presidency. Now that she has the power to do so, she may go after Trump hard, not stopping until he is prosecuted like she mentioned before. On top of it all, a lot of people on Trump's team have been charged and have been to jail, such as his former lawyer, Michael Cohen, who was sentenced to 3 years in jail, or Trump's advisor, Roger Stone, who was sentenced to 40 months in prison, or his former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, who was sentenced to 7.5 years in prison. They are all wealthy men, high up on the social ladder, but they still couldn't escape their conviction and jail time. It may just be that the same will happen to Trump. But if this does happen, of course he's not going to be put into just any jail. He's going to be separated from the rest of the inmates. It wouldn't surprise me if he would have to live in solitary confinement. I mean, take a look at the case of Robert P. Hanssen. Hanssen was an FBI agent that sold thousands of classified documents to the Soviet and Russian intelligences. He was sentenced to 15 consecutive life terms. He is now serving his time at the ADX Florence, where he is in solitary confinement. Now, the reason why he's in solitary confinement is because he knows way too much about highly classified materials. I mean, presidents have access to highly classified intel. So chances are, if Trump went to jail, he would be kept away from the others for this reason. And also for his safety. I bet there's a lot of people in prison that aren't a big fan of him. Now here's something scary that might happen if Trump is convicted. There might be more deadly riots. I mean, you saw what happened at Capitol Hill. Thousands of individuals stormed that place. This was done as an attempt to stall the certification of the election results. Now imagine that Trump's in jail. They may try to storm the prison to try and break him out. Or they might just cause an uproar in the streets. If this is the case, this would end very badly. Lastly, if Trump does get convicted, that's going to have a huge negative impact on the Trump business. The name would be further tarnished, and they probably would lose a lot of business deals. So not only would he suffer, but his business and family would suffer also. In conclusion, it's not looking too great out there for Trump. They got a lot of things stacked up against him. It might be tough for him to work his way out of all of this. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Speaking of the comments, let's move right along to our comment shoutout portion. I'll be shouting out comments from the video, what if 2021 is worse than 2020? XRuRoni commented, if we are in a simulation, then I think whoever is managing our simulation needs to be fired. Yeah, at this point, they're just going crazy on us. They're like, what else can we throw at them? Cool, aliens, I don't know. John Styles commented, short answer, hopefully not. Same. So far, not gonna lie, it was off to a rocky start there. It's slowly getting better. Slowly, so fingers crossed, okay? Terminator156 commented, I'm getting scared, worried, and paranoid. Aren't we all? That's me on a daily basis. Anyway. Alright guys, that's all the comments I'm shouting out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shoutout. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Life's Biggest Questions for more thought-provoking videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and stay curious, YouTube.